All right, we'll start off with Lakers. That's all right. Yep. No pressure.
Oh, no worries. I think we should put you up with some tips.
Yeah.
Going now.
How do you approach a side like Ballarat? Bit of a surprise packet, maybe a danger side this finals?
Oh, absolutely. They've improved throughout the season, and even though we played them not that long ago, I'm sure they've learned a lot from that, and we'll learn a lot from that. So it's finals, new game. We just focus on what we can control.
Do you have guaranteed that the likes of Sash will be playing every final?
Yeah, it's funny. We haven't played many of the top teams with our full side, so it's exciting to have everyone at this stage fit and available. So that's a real positive for us. Sasha's playing nationals today, so we can just hope she gets through the next couple of days injury-free, and she'll be available with the rest of the girls.
Is she also committed to another club?
No, she'll be playing for Lakers.
But in another league?
She'll be playing for Lakers in our finals.
Okay. Right, so North, Ballarat, you've beaten them twice convincingly. So you're coming in confident, or what's...
I think you have to go into finals confident. If it's finals are a different game, and I'm sure they'll come in with some confidence as well that they can improve on last time. So we definitely don't take them for granted. They're a very young side, but they're improving every week, and I'm sure that they will want to go out there and play their best, and we want to play our best as well.
What's been behind your success this season compared to last?
Being quite new to the club myself, I think Lisa recruited really strongly in the off-season. They readdressed the coaching situation and really started to build a true club atmosphere. And I think we had a really strong pre-season and a training camp away. We really regathered, looked at our club values, and I think that's really driven us to be a successful club this year in all grades, not just A grade. I think that as a team, being all new, we've built a real strong friendship, which I think has aided in our success and our determination to want to do it for each other and do it for our newly and I suppose developing, growing club within the Netball League.
Have you got enough depth and experience to get over the Lakers?
I think that being a new team and having that passion and desire to want to be successful and win for our club and for our teammates, I think when it comes to finals, it's not as much, I suppose, predominant on the depth and the support that you have. I think it's that desire to want to win and that background research that you do and that willingness to want to achieve. So I think that as a team and as a club, I think we do have that to come over the Lakers. However, they are a very successful side in the past, and they have got a lot of depth, and they are a very good team. So we are looking forward to coming up against them on Saturday. But as anyone, we do believe that we can achieve. So hopefully we see that.
What have you been working on since that round 15 loss?
We didn't have a full side coming up against Lakers in round 15. We haven't actually any game that. Well, either game we've played for the season. So I think just going away, rekindling, getting our injuries under control and really looking at the vision and I suppose the different strategies that Lakers brought up against us when we played them in round 15. But I think just shutting down their attack end is what we really aspire to do. Obviously, goals win you games. So that's what we've really been developing and working on as a team, and just having that confidence to stand up and fight for what we believe we deserve and can achieve.
Kirsty, a lot say in the top six that third position can be a very important position in the fact that you can earn that. You play the sixth team, and that's always a challenge. You've got to win that first, but you can get yourself into a very good position with a double chance if you're successful. And that would be, that's something that you can think about and obviously can be used to your advantage.
Yeah, we'll take it. But at the same time, we would have liked to have won a few more games. We only lost one quarter, I think it was, to North, and we were right up there against East, except for the last quarter, so that would have put us in first or second position. And I think through the season you want to win as many games as you can. We'll take it, but it's going to be hard work the first week to win that game anyway, so we'll see what happens after that.
Sounds like the fact that you weren't far away in those games gives you a lot of confidence going into this final series.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of belief, and I think that every team needs to have belief in their team and each other if they want to go further than the first week in finals, so we certainly have that. And if we come up against those teams, if we're good enough to win this week, then we'll focus on those teams when we get there.
Now, Mikayla, you've spoken about the young team, new look team. How important will this experience be, win, lose or whatever, you know, however you come out of this game? And obviously you want to win, but obviously getting into the finals has been a very important step to take first.
Yeah, definitely. I think any win, loss or draw can be gained and built upon. So I think that regardless of what happens on the weekend, you know, we're a very close club. We really want to get around each other. We are obviously hoping and I suppose aiming to come away with that win. But we as a young side, I suppose, aim to improve every week and develop. And I think throughout the season we have done that, as shown by the ladder and by our win-losses. So I think that after this weekend, yeah, we'll address the next week and I suppose the future as it comes.
Well, you're probably a little bit off the pace when you look at the win-loss record. As I say, finals is a new ball game. It sounds like Wendouree are fairly confident. They've had a strong season. They feel that they can really go on with the job. How can you stop them in their tracks? What can you do to reverse those previous losses and go on from sixth?
Yeah, I suppose being a new side at the start of the season, it was pretty hard coming through pre-season, and I think we're starting to peak and develop at the right time. Like I said earlier, I think shutting down their attack end and really going out there with a confident manner with the support of the footy club behind us. I think that, you know, with their success and the support of other netballers, I think that, you know, we can do each other proud and our club proud. We've worked really hard in the last couple of weeks at training. We've had a practice match against East Point last Thursday night as we had the bye, so that was really successful and we got a lot out of that. And I think really we've been working really hard to break down what Lakers have been so successful at doing in the past couple of years.
And finally, I guess with Wendouree, so you've got the record on the. You haven't been far away in those big games, so you're a big game team. How important is that type of experience going into any final series? I know it's only one. You'll say you're taking it 1 week at a time, but if things work out, you've got some really big games coming up. Naturally enough, how important is that experience and that knowledge going into a series like this?
I think a lot of the teams this year have that experience. If you look at probably other than Ballarat, all of the teams have been in finals for the last couple of years, and there's a strong core of players, especially with North Ballarat and East. We've got some pretty new and fresh faces. We've got some older, experienced girls that have been part of the Wendouree's success for a number of years, but we've combined that really well with our youth this year. So it'll be a matter of us working together, and even though the young girls are new to the league, they've got a lot of experience, like Sasha with her experience outside of the Ballarat Football League, and Kat Biscan and Kirsty have also played at a high level elsewhere. So hopefully if we do need to rely on our experience this week or in future weeks, that we can work through it together. Just
a general question, you've probably been around the BFL a little while. How's the netball season been, and how's the BFL netball competition looking? We talk about new youngsters coming in experience, a lot of experience. How is the standard of the netball competition sort of sitting and progressing? I'm sure they say every year that it's cliche that this is probably the toughest year that it's been, but I actually think this is a very even season. Right. Even though North Ballarat have been undefeated, they only have won a couple of quarters against a number of teams, so they only won, I think the one quarter destroyed East and the one quarter destroyed us, so it does show that teams can match it with them. Sunbury are always the unknown because they've had about 18 or 19 players play A grade throughout the season, so it's hard to know who they bring to the game. So they're a little bit unknown. Redan always play well in finals. They're a real danger team in finals, especially with the addition of Kate McMahon. And then Ballarat, who they've worked really hard to get into the finals, and I think that they won't take that for granted. So I would definitely argue that position on the ladder doesn't matter this year, and that it's going to take a really good effort each week for the teams to get through to the grand final.
and it's going to take a really massive effort on the day to win the grand final, because I really think there's a lot of teams out there that could get it if it's their day.
Yeah, Kate mentioned earlier, although she didn't allude to who, that she felt that some teams may be dismissing Redan, and obviously you're not. Is it just one of those final series where you can't dismiss anyone, whether, you know, and it's just on the day?
Oh, you'd be stupid to. You'd be silly to think that any team was going to be easy, despite previous games throughout the season. Because of a number of factors, a lot of teams don't seem to have had their full teams at different stages of the year. So it always happens in finals that everyone's available and everyone's fit. So it just happens to happen. It happens that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't want to be tipping a winner in any of the games, because I really do think it'll come down to the day. And there's lots of other factors that contribute to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.